Breaking news, the Chicago Bulls are re-signing for Derrick Jones Jr. on a 2-year deal worth approximately $6.6 million. Let's break this down. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports all back at it with another video talking, of course, some NBA. Here to talk some NBA free agency with regards to the Chicago Bulls, folks. And I've been on this thing all day, man. The phone, it keeps blowing up left and right. And just got the news that Derrick Jones Jr. is returning to the Chicago Bulls. Like I mentioned to you guys, the deal, it's a 2-year deal, $6.6 million. A couple of things to just note here, okay? Number one, there's a player option on the second year of the deal. That basically means that Derrick Jones Jr. can decide if he wants to exercise it or not. That gives him the power. A little surprised by that. Obviously, don't like giving player options to players because it limits the team flexibility, but it is what it is. And second thing, this is a $6.6 million deal over 2 years, so approximately $3.3 million per year. And I got to tell you, folks, I'm surprised it's that low. I thought Derrick Jones Jr. would no longer be on the Bulls. Like, we wouldn't bring him back because the price tag would be too high. I thought he'd be getting somewhere around $7, $6, maybe even $8 million a year. But it seems like the market just wasn't there for him, and so he's coming back. And so I don't mind him at this number at all. So I'm okay with that. And then let's talk about the fact that he adds back to our wing depth. So overall, folks, I got to tell you, like, I don't mind the signing. Derrick Jones Jr. last year gave some quality minutes when we needed it, especially when we were hurt. I mean, this man was playing all over the court. We're talking about small ball 5, right, at the center spot. So Derrick Jones Jr., the versatility, right, the defense, wing depth, like, he can shoot a little bit, right? So you like all of those things. So he's going to add to our wing depth with Javonte Green. Obviously, we've got our starters in Zach and DeMar. And so we did need a wing. I wanted the Bulls to sign another wing. And so we're just going to bring back DJJ. Got no issues with this. So overall, I like the signing. Again, player option, maybe not the biggest fan of that on the second year, but it is what it is. I think Derrick Jones Jr. gave us some quality minutes, so I'm happy to bring him back. We are at 14 roster spots, people. And here's the other thing. Oh, I forgot to mention this. This does not, go into the mid-level exception, right? So the mid-level exception that we have, $10 million, that we use part of it on Andre Drummond, you probably are thinking, oh, we used the rest of it on Derrick Jones Jr. No, we had his bird rights, which basically means that we are able to go over the cap to re-sign a player, and that's on our own team, and that does not go into the mid-level exception. So we still have money left to spend. So I'm guessing one more roster spot, we signed one more player. I mentioned this on Twitter, by the way. Go follow me on there. Let's sign TJ Warren, call it a day, right? So let's see what happens here. But no, this does not use our mid-level exception. We still have that. Whether or not we use all of it because the ownership doesn't want to go into the luxury tax remains to be seen. I'll keep you guys updated as always. Thanks for watching.